All right. Rosters. Let's write on the board real quick. Motherfucker. Done. Okay, let me give a preamble before the meat and potatoes, okay? This is not a video endorsing rosters as the best romantic relationship that you could possibly have. Rather, it's explaining how they're necessary and, dare I even say, acceptable to have at certain points in your life. At particular times in your life. Keyword. With that out of the way, let's dive into the meat and potatoes. Blah, 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 gah, gah, gah. If you're confused what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about sports. I'm talking about a harem. That is a joke. Relax, okay? Jesus and the Christ. Holy cow. A roster is having multiple love interests at once and theoretically having intercourse with every single one of them, while simultaneously not being a monogamy relationship. So, let's break this down. What do I mean by monogamy? Monogamy is the regular relationship style that you're all used to. One-on-one partners, okay? All right, monogamy. I don't know if this is spelled right. You have this dude, right? We got our buddy here, and then he has one girlfriend. He has one girlfriend right there, as you can see, right? Or man or girl, you know what I mean? We're in the big 2026. However, rosters is talking about the term polyamorous or poly. What this essentially means, as you'll see, is we have our buddy here, right? And he has multiple girlfriends, okay? As you can see here, instead of having one girlfriend or one boyfriend, this person has multiple boyfriend or girlfriends. I joked about a harem. Harems are not rosters, okay? It's just a more modernized, advanced, more progressive form of harems. Instead of only men being able to do this, women can now do this, and all these other partners can also have intercourse with other partners. Oh, and it's religious too, so, you know, rosters are not, you're not worshiping these bitches or these men, you know what I mean? Now, the big question to all you monogamy lovers is, why? Why would you have all these sexual partners when you could just have one sexual partner? The simple answer would be it's more fun to have multiple partners because it's fun to bang multiple people. However, we're going to go a little deeper into this. And a lot of people have already clicked off this video. Me just mentioning sleeping with multiple partners has already triggered a lot of my viewers. You're seeing viral clips all the time of people cheating, and the comments are swarming, oh my God, I can't believe this is the worst thing, blah, 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 modern women, modern men, whatever. I mean, the bullshit you'll see. If you're on Twitter long enough, you'll think cheating is the same as murder. However, this isn't cheating. If you do rosters right, every single party involved knows that you got hoes that you are seeing. Men are hoes too, okay? And everyone is consensually agreeing on what these circumstances are. If you're a really charming person, you're going to have people on the roster who want to have a monogamous relationship. And listen, bro, we're in the big 2026 as of right now, bro. And as the years continue to go on, we're going to be like in the big 2027, the big 2028, the big 2029, okay? To sit here and say that it's so ridiculous for two parties of the opposite sex or same sex to come to an agreement of being like, yeah, we're friends with benefits, yeah, I know you're seeing other people, blah, 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 is kind of laughable to me. And like I said earlier, this is clearly a messy style of romantic relationships. Especially the more people you're dealing with, the more chance of this dumb shit happening. And let me just dive into why I think these rosters are actually accessible, even if they could be messy, right? It's because of the society we live in, and not to get Joker on you, but we live in a very fast-paced society. Especially the younger people, I'm even talking my age, 23 to like 29, 30, whatever. There's so much that you have to do. Everybody has their own little thing going on. Someone's in medical school, someone's doing this, on a basketball team, someone's got hobbies, whatever. We live in a hustle culture society where getting the bread, working 60-hour weeks, trying to find a place to live, still managing friends and hobbies, shit like that is rush, all jam-packed together. No matter if you're a wagey or you have some kind of office, nice desk job, blue collar or white collar, yeah, white collar, shit's fast paced and shit just keeps moving. To settle down with one partner that you're confident will be the partner for the rest of your life at 23 years old, good luck. And I know this especially as a 23-year-old male. It's tough out here. especially me kind of going into this work grind mindset, keep pushing forward, let's go, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta film this, I gotta jerk this. I know how it is to get in this type of hustle culture mentality. Let's just say in my personal experience, to add a relationship where I am now would be fucking crazy. And for me personally, adding just a monogamous relationship right now would be pretty hard. I'm still trying to figure out myself, and now I got to figure out my partner for like the next 20 years. And listen, am I saying it's impossible for me to find a monogamous relationship? No. Am I saying it's impossible for you to find a monogamous relationship? No. What I am saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Basically, it's hard. I didn't even mention cost of living nowadays, right? Hold on. Let me refocus. Having a more relaxed, simplified style of relationships just to have fun and just get experience under your belt, I think could be a positive. And guess what? With this experiencing, you're learning what you like about people and what you don't like about people. What you would want to have as a lifelong partner and what you wouldn't want to have as a lifetime partner. It's not just that monogamy hard, poly easy, right? There are benefits. You can find sexually or non-sexually things you like about different partners. Monogamy is highly discouraged in modern dating. You already have things like dating apps that really discourage that, right? Where, especially on the women's end, you have multiple partners. But even if you're a decent looking dude, I mean, for Christ's sake, you're still getting multiple people that you could be talking to at the same time, right? So, and I'm not listen, I personally deleted all the dating apps, but to sit here and say that like it's not a huge part of fucking our dating culture would be stupid and a lie, right? And that dating apps really rely on polyamory. What you got to realize, right, is that monogamy is a permanent thing. It is supposed to be a permanent thing. You can look up any stats. People are getting divorced. People are breaking up with one another all the time, right? It's clearly anything other than permanent, right? Whereas poly, temporary, right? Where everybody be like, okay, yo, we're just chilling, we're just vibing, we're just fucking sometimes, we're doing this, that, and the third, right? Is off the rip a temporary solution, right? It is not your permanent life of a sexual partner or a romantic partner, right? And again, like, if you find a monogamous relationship, that's great, okay? And that partner you feel like could be for the rest of your life and y'all are seeing eye to eye on shit and you guys got all your eggs in a basket, that's wonderful, right? But if you are talking to the majority of the public, right, especially right now in these trying times, people are not having their shit figured out, let alone trying to figure out somebody else for a permanent relationship, right? You know, we see this in the 1950s, right? Where, you know, you get married at 18, right? You get married at freaking 18, 1950, you get married. You both get married at 18 years old, right? You got your house. Dude's got the job. You know, she's popping out babies like it's freaking candy. You know what I mean? These are all babies, goo goo gaga, right? They're popping out babies like they're candy. But guess what, okay? You will see older couples from this type of generation, right? Where they got married at 18 and they stayed with their partner. But let's ask ourselves this. Where are these people in 1950, right? They're all older, right? You think all of them are happily married? Okay, obviously some of them are all happily married, right? But a lot of them, I guarantee, aren't. Because they got married at fucking 18. They had some kind of house at 18. They had 4 kids at 18. You're going to sit there and tell me with a straight fucking face that all these people are just fucking loving that shit. It's hard for me to fathom, okay? Now, mind you, some people probably fucking love this shit, okay? But in the big 2020, where, guess what? To find a stable job at 18 is just not possible. To find a house at 18 is definitely not possible. And to have 5 children at fucking 18 or 20 or whatever the fuck is also not possible, right? We just can't do that, okay? As generations go on, we get into more complex and complex scenarios. Perspective, let's look at it like the average 2020. Fuck me. For perspective, let's look at the average 2026 person, okay? Average 2026er, okay? Right? The average 2026er, right? Okay, they live with their parents, right? They're living with, okay? Lives with mommy and daddy, right? Okay, they don't know what their job, they don't know what kind of job they want. Struggling with friends. Oh, I forgot the right person, lol. And won't figure out, well, sorry, I don't know if you could even read this. Figure out till 25, right? Like all these problems here, right? All these problems here, they're not going to figure out for fucking years, right? You know, this is probably a problem back in 1952. The thing it was just a cultural thing where, okay, yeah, you find your like high school lover and then you just get married to them for the rest of your life. That was just how they did things back then. We're in the big 2026, okay? Shit is not that sweet anymore. Okay, having said all this, oh, bro, don't do this. Focus on me. I'm the person. I'm the biggest bird. Focus on me. Focus on me. Hello. I don't know, this has been blurry. Please don't wait. Having said all this, here's things you can't do, right? What the yo. It's still wet. Pause. Don't be dishonest. Right? Okay? Don't be dishonest, right? Don't lead them on thinking you'll actually give them a relationship. Just be straight up front. Yo, we're just kind of bang buddies. We just hang. We just have fun together. We watch Netflix, whatever, right? Don't hide. Yeah, okay? This goes with this too, but don't hide partners, okay? Don't hide the partners, right? Just be, listen, okay? You know, this is who I'm seeing, whatever, blah, 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 right? Like, you don't need to give them their whole social security number. Just be honest on what's going on, right? Okay? And the biggest thing, right? Okay, this is my biggest thing. Temporary, all right? This is a temporary romantic relationship style. This shit ain't permanent, bro, okay? To have a freaking roster going into your like 40s or whatever the fuck, it's just pretty hard to manage, right? A lot of reasons why. Okay, let's say you want kids. Okay, well, guess what? You have like 10 other partners you're seeing at the same time, and now you have to deal with kids. I mean, the kids are going to get the short end of the stick, brother, okay? While the others are getting your meat, right? You know what? Not the kids, the partners, Jesus, right? Okay, that's number one, right? Number two, why this is temporary. We kind of need a meaningful connection with someone, right? And having this kind of, I feel like, poly relationship style for like 20 years really will lack any emotional depth with anyone, right? Like you'll have some level, obviously, you'll build up the repertoire over the years, but it's going to be hard to sustain that, okay? And also, number three, guess what, bro? Dealing with multiple partners for like that, right? And especially some who want monogamy probably, you know, later in their life, right? Not like when you're younger. It's going to be tough to deal with, bro. So it's a whole toxic cycle. Go watch my YouTube video essay. But it's a whole fucking toxic cycle, right? Like this shit is just toxic as fuck. Shit, let me erase this. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Fuck, we're not even erasing it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, though. This is kind of my first style of video like this, so let me know if you're fucking with it, and let me know if we like rosters or not. Okay, sweetie pies? I love you. Thank you for watching. We will be doing more of these type of videos. Beware. Oh, actually, okay, wait. I'll add stuff if I forget. I'll add stuff in post if I forget, if I think of anything else, okay? Actually, wait, let me, hold on. I'm dragging out the runtime, bro. I think kind of like breaking down ideas, just kind of raw ideas, like loose kind of bullet point script things is kind of more fun, and having like a thing where I can kind of write it out too is kind of fun. So, yeah. Love ya. Thank you.